Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to explain the upcoming nightmare scenario for Democrats. House and Senate go Republican, and Trump gets back on Twitter after Elon Musk fires for 75% of the workforce. No more algorithms protecting discussion, dialogue, debate, discourse. Suddenly, Democrats and morally superior, apoplectic, almost always highly educated but hysterical, again, morally superior liberals will have to contend with a different viewpoint. The only thing that they've done the past couple of years is silence anyone they didn't like. And they said, well, it was harmful for society. No, what's truly harmful to society is preventing speech, dialogue, debate, discourse. We tanked the American economy 2 years ago, and any dissent pertaining to the topics of the past 2 years, you can list them, okay? There's a litany of topics that we couldn't talk about, and we still can't, even on this platform. Any dissent, any viewpoint that was not part of the mainstream was marginalized, silenced, suppressed. We couldn't talk about Hunter's emails that show clear graft and felony schemes linked to Joe as vice president, possibly even president. You would have to read the New York Post and Daily Mail and Federalist, and you'd have to actually read those emails. And according to CBS News, there was 150 suspicious financial transactions. Trump should never have gotten impeached in his first impeachment. Had we known about these emails in his first impeachment, he would never have gotten impeached. That's a fact. So there was always a reason to be suspicious of Democrats, Joe. I mean, that's the thing. But Trump is coming back. And you say, well, that's not true because he said he wasn't coming back and he has Truth Social. Truth Social is elevated by Trump going back on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. And in the comments section below, give me your thoughts on that. Don't you agree that Truth Social is elevated, that it actually is worth more when Trump is on Twitter? Because he can go on Truth Social, write his initial statement or whatever he wants to tweet about or, go on Truth Social about, and then repeat it or put a little nuance on Twitter. And so Democrats, media, the Washington Post, the New York Times, they won't know what to do. They're going to report on what Truth Social, and then there was a little bit of a nuance with Twitter because they're obsessed with him. They're absolutely obsessed with the man. And Elon Musk knows that Twitter as a platform was going to be used against him. You already see all of his adversaries are the same adversaries that go up against Trump, the same adversaries that go up against Trump Republicans. They had a huge advantage. Hit subscribe to this channel. By the way, I will have a live stream again tonight at around 9 p.m. Pacific. So be here at 9 p.m. Pacific, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to support this segment, my super thanks is below. If you want to support my work long term, my Patreon is below. But ladies and gentlemen, Blake Masters is tied with Kelly. Oz is, if he's not tied, he's above Fetterman, which was an absolute train wreck of biblical proportions. Okay, I was in my live stream today. We talked about, Fetterman could have gone and passed the baton to Connor Lamb. I believe that's who he defeated in the primary. That would have been the courageous thing, the noble thing to do if you were a Democratic partisan. It wasn't courageous to desperately hold on to political power knowing you would tank Democratic Party chances in Pennsylvania. But what do I care? I'm voting for Trump in 2024, and I want a great economy and a great foreign policy. We have that under Trump. That's a fact. So objectively, it's a fact. You cannot state we did not have a good economy under Trump. You'd have to be a complete imbecile to say that, which a lot of people will still say that. We had a great economy under Trump. Household median income at record highs. We had a record low in poverty. Every demographic group was making more money under Trump. Every single person in the United States of America was making more money under Trump. Okay? And we had a record low in poverty. Now we have real wages down 8.5% according to the Dallas Fed. How much money are you willing to spend just to not read his tweets? You don't even have to, for these morally superior liberal Democrats who disown friends and family because they can't stand a different viewpoint. You don't have to obsess over Trump. You choose to. If Trump is on Twitter and everybody else that you don't like is back on Twitter, what does it matter to you? Just focus on all the successes and the wonderful accomplishments of Biden's administration. Oh, there are no accomplishments. Oh, that's right. Okay. You be careful what you wish for. That should be the Democratic talking point, or that should be how everyone describes the Democratic Party. Be careful what you wish for. They obsessed over Trump. They said, "Oh my God, we can't have Trump. Oh my God, he's a menace to democracy." And now we have real wages down 8.5%, retirement accounts down 25%, and it's not like the way the market works is like your retirement accounts are still down 25%. They might be back up a little bit the past couple of weeks. But the carnage has already been done, and the market's going to absolutely tank before November 8th. So it's been artificially inflated just because the Wall Street thinks that the Fed won't raise interest rates as high as they initially stated. I mean, it's like completely artificial. So it's going to come crashing down again. Inflation is at 8 to 9%, but it's at 10 to 20% for rent, food, and energy. Oh, and go check oil prices, WTI and Brent crude. Go do so right now after this, or just hit pause and go to oilprices.com. They're going up, people, like I said they would. I predicted the stock market crash that we saw this year, the recession. Go to the stock market crash playlist. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel, the stock market crash channel. Those are the two channels I'm going to be definitely growing in November. Hit subscribe to this channel. We're almost at 200,000 subs. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you want to be here, definitely be here for the celebration live stream on November 8th. But all throughout November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, throughout 8th, throughout the month of November, 2023 is going to see, we're going to see impeachment of Joe, but we're also going to see investigations of actual crimes. When they investigate Trump, they investigate the possibility that somehow, some way, somewhere, somebody will flip and sing. They don't have anything on Trump. You don't have to have anyone flip and sing with Joe or Hunter. You have everything that you need. And there are other bureaucrats they're going after. You don't need people to flip and sing. You have everything you need to indict these people or show that they've committed crimes, especially Hunter. And it's not like everything I'm saying, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, Jim Jordan, Rand Paul, Ron Johnson, James Comer, these people make me look like a Democratic operative. They're going to be obsessed with investigating Hunter and Joe and Democrats, but they'll have a reason to because those people actually committed crimes. The difference between Trump and Hunter is Trump didn't commit a crime. You might view that to be a blasphemous statement, wonderful, morally superior Democrat, but he didn't. You haven't indicted him. You could easily indict Hunter. And by the way, there's already been reports that numerous felonies have already been sent to the DOJ and the Federal Bureau of Investigation in terms of the crimes that he's committed from Republicans in the House who will now be, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand, Jim Jordan is going to be a chairman of the Judiciary Committee. James Comer, House Oversight Chairman, Rand Paul, Ron Johnson, they will have power. And it's not like Paul Ryan's Republican Party that was weak and just disgustingly weak and ineffective, basically siding with the Democratic Party. The reason Republicans lost Georgia and Arizona is because of Paul Ryan. 100% because of Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell, not because of Trump. Oh, Trump lost. No. You investigate a Republican president and you side with Twitter and you don't put up a fight and you don't allow for speech. And free speech is the kryptonite of Democrats because they don't have a rebuttal. Do you understand? They work with Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert. They want to mock and denigrate, but nobody cares what they think. This is not like once you've passed the 8th grade or elementary school, you shouldn't really care what people think of you if you know that you're doing the right thing. But all they do is mock and denigrate, and they do it all the time on Twitter, and they say Trump is a bully, but they're the biggest bullies of all. Now, Trump's going to obviously get under their skin, but they don't have to react. He'll get back on Twitter. I mean, you have 75% of the workforce gone. Elon Musk is going to allow all different viewpoints. So everyone you could think of that was banned will be back on. This is a nightmare. because you're going to have also Republicans in the House and Senate. It's an absolute nightmare for Democrats. Give me your thoughts below. Be here tonight at 9 p.m. We're going to talk about this at 9 p.m. Thanks, everybody. And by the way, I'll have another upload in about 2 hours, so be here. Thanks.